Hello, friends. I, Dr. Chinu Agrawal, I am a psychologist, trustee of HEMA Foundation, and director of Feeling Minds. Friends, we have often heard each other say that, you know what? You do not understand me at all. Now, when we say this, we tend to convey it with a lot of emotions and with a lot of feelings. We often tend to feel misunderstood, or we tend to feel that the other person did not care to know our emotions, or he didn't take the effort to understand our feelings or emotions. In such situation, a skill which is called empathy will be very useful to us. Often, empathy and sympathy are the words which are used interchangeable in many cases, and it creates a lot of confusion. Sympathy means a feeling of pity. When someone is sad during a problem, we feel pity and sorry for them. Even we feel bad that it should not have happened to them. It is called sympathy. But empathy is a much deeper feeling. The meaning of empathy is when someone is in pain. Then we tend to feel that even we are going through the same amount of pain. This is called empathy. Often the concept of empathy is explained with the help of a sentence heard in the past, putting yourself in other person's shoes, meaning putting ourselves in other person's place and understanding his or her situation or pain. This is called empathy. In psychology, there are three types of empathy. One is cognitive empathy. Friends, the meaning of cognitive empathy is the ability to understand other person's feeling or emotions and what they must be thinking. The second is emotional empathy. This means we have seen that when people whom we feel close to feel sad or are in pain, then even we feel sad and start crying. This is called emotional empathy. And the third, which is most important, is compassionate empathy, meaning not only feeling someone else's pain, but also taking the effort to resolve his issue, as in taking a suitable action. In relationships, the skill of empathy is one of the most important skills. So when a guy and a girl become friends, we often observe that mostly it's the women who complain that you are not able to understand what I feel. The feminine gender is more empathetic than the masculine one since birth. In such situations, sometimes, due to less sympathy shown by one of them, there could be a stress in relationships. This could happen amongst the male friends or even amongst the female ones, or this could also be amongst both male and females. So, can empathy be learnt? Yes, it can be learnt. So, if we want to feel more empathetic towards others, then what should we do? First of all, we must learn is the concept of perspective taking. So, perspective taking means act of perceiving, understanding how the perspective of the other person look. So let's take an example. One day you visit one of your friends and you notice that her room is not at all neat and tidy. You keep discussing it with another friend. Hey, look, see how she has messed up her room. At the same time, her mother comes to meet you and tells you the reason for it, that her grandmother has not been keeping well since a month and she has been busy in looking after her granny. Suddenly, your perspective towards this situation has changed. This is called perspective taking. Now, the other skill is called active listening. Friends, sometimes when we tend to listen to convey what we are trying to explain, but neither of the parties are trying to understand or listen to them. Listening to others by keeping our agenda aside and understanding people's view as it is is actually called active listening. This means the process of listening to the person's views, understanding them and clarifying, asking appropriate questions, taking efforts to comprehensively understand the matter so there is no confusion. This will assure the other person that you are indeed keen to listen and understand his or her perspective. The third most important thing, whatever you feel at that point of time should also be expressed. For example, when empathetic people go and visit others who are in pain or distress, they say that I feel very sad to see you like this. And when you express your feelings to others, it is then that the other person understands that you are also undergoing some feelings. It is not important that you quickly solve his or her problem. Believe me, they don't even expect you to solve their problem. But because you understand his or her problem, makes your relationship with the person even stronger. Your connect with that person, the bond you share, grow to be even deeper with time and effort. Friends, if you really think that lack of empathy is a problem area for you, your nature does not reflect the amount of empathy which is required, then please make an effort to learn and practice this skill for sure. And believe me, this will surely improve your relationships. Thank you.